Hi, I'm James Wilkinson and I've been a travel editor for over 20 years. On this show, we're going to take you to some of the world's most amazing destinations, from the big cities to the great regional areas. We'll go inside some of the world's best hotels, bars, restaurants, galleries, and much more. Right now, we're in Hobart, Tasmania, and this is Wayfarer. Welcome to the Crowne Plaza in Hobart. It's one of Tasmania's newest hotels and it's ideal for business and leisure travellers. Come on, let's check it out. Hey Linda.
Hi James, welcome to Crowne Plaza Hobart.
Let me
show you around.
Awesome. Crowne Plaza Hobart's one of the most fantastic hotels to open in Tasmania in some time, and to find out more about it I'm joined by the General Manager Linda Collis. And Linda, what a beautiful hotel you've opened here in the heart of Hobart. And such a wonderful style. I mean, Crowne Plaza's been changing a lot, it's been evolving it, and this is a great example of what the brand's doing, isn't it?
I think I would like to think that it's really setting the tone for where the brand is going, and we were very fortunate to open as the brand's evolved. So everything in the hotel really supports the direction that Crowne Plaza's going in.
And a lot of Tasmanian influence in here, obviously from the ownership right through to the materials you've used in the hotel, so it's very Tassie.
It is, and you'll see the timber all around. The colours that have been used have been really taken the influences from the Derwent, from Mount Wellington, and it absolutely embraces that throughout the hotel, which you'll see.
And we see that for the food philosophy as well, food, drinks, even from the club lounge right through to the restaurant, the bar.
Everything has been designed very thoughtfully to ensure that we embrace all the best that Tasmania has to offer.
Yeah. Now for those that don't know, Crowne Plaza is obviously a great brand for business and leisure travellers. And if you look at how the hotel does that so well, the introduction of new working areas in the hotel and efficient rooms.
We do. We really have focused on taking care of the environment as well, so we want to make sure that it's really functional for our guests to stay in, and they've got great workspaces and everything they need. But at the same time, we have our touchpads. Everything's energy efficient, so when people leave the room after a certain amount of time, the curtains will close, the lights will dim, to make sure that we're doing the right thing.
And obviously from a brand standpoint, you're great with business travellers, leisure travellers. What are some of those little highlights you have for business travellers? You've got the club lounge, you've got workspaces that are very efficient. We
do, and our club lounge is unique to us in Hobart, so it's a great opportunity for people who just want a space where they can catch up, relax at the end of the day, have small meetings if they'd like to do that as well, and enjoy the amazing views on the 10th and 11th floor where the club rooms are.
And what do you have in there? You've got, I know you do, like food and drink treats throughout the day as well.
Every evening we have drinks and canapes. We also do a breakfast in there, but guests are allowed to have breakfast downstairs if they're looking for a bigger type breakfast. Yeah. As well as that, right throughout the day, people can have meetings there if they want to have coffee and other things like that. They're welcome to use it day and night, really.
So it's great for business and leisure travellers, but also events. You've got a wonderful ballroom space here and meeting spaces.
We do. We have a ballroom and we have a beautiful courtyard off the ballroom, so unique again to Tassie. We've got an area where people can go outside, and many days are beautiful here to enjoy. Yeah. So straight out from the ballroom out to the courtyard area where they can overlook the city and up to Mount Wellington.
I think one of the most impressive elements of the hotel really is the design. I mean, this is, as we said with Crowne Plaza, it's being elevated as a brand. I mean, the concepts in here, it's just so nice, it's welcoming. Especially for a brand new hotel, you've really designed it thinking Tassie in mind.
Yeah, and I think some of the spaces, if you come into the lobby, you notice it's quite intimate and warm with the timbers. And then coming up to the reception area and the restaurant areas where it's bright and airy. And whilst it's a large area, it still really does bring every element of Tasmania into those areas.
Yeah. And IHG Rewards very important, so the loyalty comes into play, doesn't it?
We love our IHG Rewards members, and we've had a really significant, particularly opening the hotel. We've had great support from them, which has been fantastic, and we've been so grateful for it.
Well, thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
My core philosophy is simple and bold flavours presented in an interesting or exciting way. And I don't think there's a better place in the world to do that other than Tasmania, because we have a really good range of produce down here, and all of our suppliers are just as committed to their causes as what we are, and we're all very aligned with our values.
Now, how important is it to be working with those local farmers, those local wineries, the local cheese producers? How important is that?
That's very, very important. We find that it's actually easier for us to work with locals than it is to get anything flown over the pond, because you know, they have these fantastic produce just around the corner from us, and there's no really reason to buy it in from Italy or France or anywhere else.
Yeah. How tricky then is it to find amazing farmers, because there are so many now? So is that a challenge for you as well?
There's quite a few out there, yes, but it's just trying to find those individuals who are like-minded and are as committed to environmental sustainability and our core values as well. We are. They are out there, but sometimes we have to go looking for them.
Yeah. Now, if you had to choose something, what is amazing down here from a produce standpoint? I mean, I think the cheeses are pretty good.
Yeah, the cheeses are excellent down here. So I'd definitely say, like Wicked Cheese, they're definitely at the forefront, and they're really putting local commerce first. But there's plenty of good wine, and the viticulture down here is amazing as well. Like there's so many good things that you can come down and see. Yeah.
Let's now take a journey with Chef and check out some of those amazing local producers. All right, Chef, what's our first stop?
We're at Wicked Cheese Company. These guys are known for their excellent soft cheeses and bries, but we really have to try their pepperberry cheddar.
Let's do it.
Hey, welcome to Wicked Cheese.
Thank you.
Would you like to try some of our products?
Yeah, I'd love to. Thank you. Well, we've got some amazing cheeses here. What are we having?
So this one here is the brie, which is creamy and slightly buttery. And then we have the smoked cheddar, which we cold smoke in shavings of Tasmanian oak. And then the Wicked Blue, which is a very mild, creamy blue. The Cheshire Cheddar, which is a farmhouse style cheddar. At the end, we've got the chili camembert, where you've got the green peppercorns will come to the front of the palate, and then the chili will creep up on you as you finish the cheese, like an aftertaste.
So naturally, I'm going to ask you what your favourite is. Is it like asking for favourite child? Same kind of concept?
Yeah, a little bit. It's really hard to pick. Like them all the same, really.
It's all coming from fairly locally around here as well?
Yes, yep. So we get our milk in now from Brim Creek. We buy the milk off them. We pasteurise it on site, turn it into cheese. Yeah, and we also make their cheese as well for them.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
So this shop's a bit of a kind of hub for local producers then in the area, isn't it? More so than just your own cheeses.
Yeah. We like to help the other locals out, like Grandview. We make the sheep's camembert for. It's all their milk. They just bring us the milk, pasteurise it, turn it into cheese for them.
Then when it comes to making the cheeses, I mean, obviously you've got blues and everything. Is there something that, as a cheese maker yourself, you enjoy doing the most?
Probably the cheddars more. It's like a lot of hands-on. We do it all by hand. We don't like to use machinery, so we scrunch the cheddar by hand. We do all of it by hand, old-fashioned way.
Yeah. So mate, what's our second stop on our great little foodie adventure here in Richmond?
So this is one of my favourite cellar door vineyards, Pooley Wines. Let's go and see Matt.
Let's do it.
G'day James.
Good to see you.
Yeah, lovely. Welcome to Pooley Wines. Let's go and have a tasting.
Sounds great. Matt, we're here at Pooley Wines, obviously third generation for you. Tell us a bit about the history of this beautiful winery.
Yeah, James, this has sort of been a stage 2 in the development of the Pooley wine business. We purchased this property back in 2002 and it had the great bones for a really good wine business, not just a vineyard, but also a cellar door operation, which we're obviously very important for this part of our business, the exposure to the public generally, yeah.
Good brand, but more importantly, you do beautiful wines.
Yeah, we are very lucky. We've got great sites, and that makes a lot of the hard work a lot easier. We've got a great winemaking team. We've got a great cellar door crew here which can really tell the Pooley story and really engage with the consumer and invite them right into as part of the family.
Yeah, and this part of Tasmania well known for obviously Riesling, but also Pinot Noir. This is Pinot Noir country, isn't it?
Yeah, look, you can't get much better than this. You've got the latitude, which really favours it. We've got maritime environment that really, again, is very conducive to producing a long, slow, cool ripening period, which is, you know, allows us to capture the true varietal characters of Pinot.
Now I'm going to ask you, it's going to be a challenge to tell me your favourite, but have you got a couple in there that we should be trying?
Yeah, James, look, I'm a real passionate lover and of Riesling and Pinot, but I think with the development here at Richmond, the Butcher's Hill Riesling has really got some great future. The soil type, when we were developing it, doing the exploration digs, is just really sensational, second to none from the experience I've seen in other soils around Australia.
And a few special releases, including a couple of wine club only ones as well. That's a bit of fun for you. That's a bit of a challenge because it's only going to your wine club, but
yeah. Look, it's part of you know, the loyalty to the brand, and you know, our wine club is very important to us. They're like family members to us, and as part of that, we often do a late release, or we might do a small vertical of some back vintages. And again, that just gives our wine club members that real engagement and that feeling special part of the business. We're a Tasmanian brand. It's part of Tasmania, and that's what makes the excitement of visiting Tasmania. We've got all these little gems of great food, great wine, good spirits. That makes it part of visiting Tassie such a journey. So yeah, that's great.
awesome. Well, thanks so much for having us.
Pleasure. Enjoy.
Well, welcome to Aura, high atop the Crowne Plaza Hotel in Hobart. It's one of the hottest new restaurants in Australia in one of the most spectacular venues in the city. Come and experience it with me. Well, Chef, we're here at Aura, one of the top new dining restaurants, probably not just in Hobart, but all of Tassie, mate. Tell us a bit about the philosophy here.
So here at Aura, we're very much focused on Tasmanian produce. We've got the great benefit of fantastic local seafood here, fantastic beef, pork, lamb. For us, the main thing is supporting as much local produce and suppliers as we can. So most of our stuff does come from Tasmania. We get our seafood in fresh every day.
Yep.
We get our lamb from a beautiful little farm in Richmond. We get our strawberries from the same farm. We get our pork from Esker Farm, which is down south. So yeah, for us it's mainly just about encapsulating the local produce and what we can actually do with it. So
very local. So how hyper local can you go then too with some of the seafood around here?
So some of the seafood we get, so obviously our oysters, we're currently running from Boomer Bay, which are 18-20 kilometres down the road. A lot of our salmon does come from the Huon area, which is about another 30 k's down the road, so pretty local at the end of the day. Absolutely.
Same thing too with the spirits. I mean, you've got your Sullivan's Coves and Larks, and they're literally down the street.
Yes, absolutely. We've got many distilleries and breweries just a stone's throw away from us here, so yeah.
Now, X Factor, it's a lot of X Factors here. We can see many of them in front of us. What's your real X Factor here, Chef?
Well, I think straight up it's got to be the scenery. We've got Mount Wellington behind us, we've got the harbour, we've got the eastern shore. Everywhere you look there's $1 million view. Like you can literally see everywhere, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
And obviously if we were to look at another X factor, it would be the food. The food and the drinks that we've got, everything being as local and as freshly done as we can get, like it just doesn't get better than that.
Coming up on the next episode of Wayfarer.
In spring and summer, that is a bee pollen gelato with a white balsamic meringue and hibiscus.
Being able to showcase what we do and get people to try them and try the products in different ways is a really good experience.
Our main focus, we have a great restaurant, great physical asset with a hotel, but really it's the human element that really creates a great experience.
We make our pasta every single day. We make pappardelle, we make linguine, we make spaghetti.